we'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, the calendar has flipped to November, and we've got an intriguing matchup on tap, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Next, receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, he shifts past him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Solid finish to a solid opening drive, and that's the threat that he represents. He can take off and score on you.
What he makes it is 11-on-11 football, because a lot of the times the quarterback isn't much of a runner, so you don't have to account for him. Well, you do with him, and now he actually gets a lead blocker instead, and he's able to cash that one in.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, while the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field. It can take off and run when under duress.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing is Hurts. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
He'll look to throw. Eluding. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Draw play, ETN.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. Yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Second down, here's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up to throw. Oh, what a move. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
They'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throw out wide is incomplete. incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he's missed now on his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. This is brought in at the 21. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. 21-0 our score after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Albert Okwuegbunam taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On second down, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 3. Lawrence will throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Over the middle here to Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And this is what it's been like all game long. Guys running free in the middle of the field. This defense has just had no answer for this passing game. And that's another good hookup there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On the handoff, this is Swift. Down to about the 22 here. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 22-yard scamper. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. That time a 6-play drive, and the last play a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And just shutting him off there. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick-6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And that pick-6 just a moment ago, things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Jaguars on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking downfield for Jones. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the 2nd half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Straight ahead, Etienne.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Smith here. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Nice move at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a toss for Swift left side. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Throwing is Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And he's out right at the 25. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, it's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
It's about that time.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. And he did it with his legs, accounting for 3 first-half touchdowns on the ground. Sensational.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Second half starts with a run by Etienne to about the 23. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Here's Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he goes out right around the 39.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle to the 43, second down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Lawrence on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devon Hamilton breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Etienne once more. Fights off the defender. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A handoff for Etienne. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now 3rd down and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Red on red. That's on.
A give to Etienne running right. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They work now on 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass is caught for a first, but he's looking for more. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The man in motion is Brown. Now they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Calvin Ridley and the Jaguars back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A give running right, Etienne. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Another tote for Etienne. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 76 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a 1st down as well. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, and they go with Swift again. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And down to the 41.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Lawrence will throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Here is 3rd down and 4. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Lawrence going to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Lawrence to throw. He targets Ingram for another grab. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On first down, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now Lawrence on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jags.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 1st down, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Red on red. Tomato, tomato. Cut. 17's Mike. Mike 17. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that is no good. Now this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Hey, run. Son, that's on. 17's money. Mike 17. It's our time.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So illegal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver's inbounds or out of bounds. You expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible. And that's not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On second down, here's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They need 2. Here's third down. Again, it's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And as this defense walks off the field, they can...
Today.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devon Hamilton, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Jaguars getting set to go.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From midfield now, Lawrence. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mark 6.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second down and 4. Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the option left, it's Hurts. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, Swift. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Jags grab it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talent, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now ETN to start the drive. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2. They'll run right here with Swift. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 71 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Back to throw here. That is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a give, right side, Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakin.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Josh Allen able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And really, they're pretty fortunate right now to only be down 3-0 following 2 turnovers. They've got it now 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On play action, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Lawrence will throw. A short throw to Ingram. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On second down, a run with Etienne. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
88 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and a couple. Now Hurts on the option right.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
2 yards to go, second down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce him, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce.
That?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are once again back in front.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Now Lawrence on first down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Lawrence. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And out now come the Eagles. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he is caught. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there.
And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurts.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it again at 19, and it moves the chains.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another 1st down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside, run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
DeAndre Swift.
An 18-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So this drive spanned 7 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Here's Lawrence. This complete to Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Jacksonville first down.